Hello everyone and welcome back to Gaming with Shoggoths. Today we are starting off the new year with a request from someone who wanted a specific tutorial on how to install MrTroodon's Better Looking Fences mod for Jurassic World Evolution, and I'm happy to oblige because I keep thinking about making a how-to video, even though there are a few out there. But hey, there's a few of every video you make out there, right? Anyways, oh, Avor is like poking through there. He's all like, "Hi guys, hi, hi." Anywho, that's just my background. We'll just close them off there. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. Obviously, I am not Frontier, and I am not a representative of Frontier, and Frontier does not officially support modding in Jurassic World Evolution. So, mod at your own risk. That being said, most likely the worst thing that can happen is that you'll just have to uninstall and reinstall the game, so you start with fresh files again. To start, you just want to find wherever you have your mods stored at. If you just downloaded it, it'll probably be in your downloads or whatever. But if you want to move them, move them. So here's MrTroodon's Fences mod. So you click on that, and that says OVL data. So that folder right here, that's where all of your Jurassic World stuff is. So obviously we need to find that one first. You could search for it, but then you have to get your way back, and it's just easier. Once you know where it is, it's super easy to find. So you're going to want to go into your Windows folder, your C drive, and you're going to want to go to Program Files right here. And then you're going to find Steam. Okay. Then you want Steam Apps and Common. This is going to have all your games that you have. You can see I don't have too much installed. I try not to keep too much installed on my computer at once, just stuff that I'm currently playing. And then you want to have Jurassic World Evolution. Okay. But anyway, so after you go to the Common in the Jurassic World Evolution, you go to Win64, and there it is. There is your OVL data folder. So now it's basically just a matter of following the path. This is the mod, okay? This is the mod. This is your computer, all right? So most modders put the path in here. If they don't, you're gonna have to do a little bit of looking. But usually, for non-dinosaur files, the path of folders is usually included. So, and MrTroodon is very good. MrTroodon is very good about that. And as are most of the other frequent modders. So we're going to click here. This is the mod. So it says content 0. And so we're going to go to that and find content 0, which content 0 is basically the main game. Most of your mods are going to be in here, especially environmental, fence changing, all that kind of stuff. So then Okay, so then content 0 over on your mod, and it says environment, content 0 there, environment. This is the mod again, walls. It's your computer, walls. Well, I'm sorry. So walls, we've got walls right there. And then you click this, and it says backup and walls. So this right here is the file that you're going to be replacing. So you can get the MrTroodon's fences in there in your game. You can either click walls like that, and then just drag it over there. It'll ask you if you want to replace it. You do. So you click replace, flops over, and there you go. That's it. Barring something weird happening, that's all you have to do. Now this backup folder right here is MrTroodon has included the original file. So in backup, see it says walls again. This is going to be the original file for the original fences. A lot of modders will include that for you. That's super cool of them. But don't let it confuse you, because you do not need to install that unless you want to revert back to the original fences. So you would just hit backup, drag wall over there, and hit replace, and that would theoretically, well, not theoretically, it should, barring something weird happening, put the regular fences back on. Now, I use MrTroodon's fences all the time, so There we go. I've reinstalled them onto that, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I think doing it that way really helps you understand how all of this works, because you can see each folder that you have to go to get somewhere. Now I don't even have to think about this stuff. I know, I know what's in the Content 0 folder. I know what's in the Content 1 folder, because I saw the step. Alright, so for the user who requested this specific tutorial for MrTroodon's fences, that's it. That's everything you need in order to be able to install the mod. It should work that way. If you want to keep watching, I'm going to show an alternate way to install mods, and I'm just going to go over mod installation basics. Since I'm already making the video, I might as well just do some other tips. So I hope that was helpful for you, and we'll continue on with some more modding tips. The other way to do this, which is easier to a point but can be problematic, is just to drag the whole folder over and it'll replace what it needs to replace. You'll get the prompt for it. So the OVL data is in the 164 once you've gotten to the game, 164. And then, so what you want to do, see, that's it right there. So you actually want to be in this folder, so you see 164, and you drag it over, and it's going to say this has files named walls, just like it did before, and you replace it, and there you go. The problem I have with that is that it's going to copy this backup folder over too. So it was 0, environment, walls. See, now the backup file is in there too. Now theoretically that shouldn't actually hurt anything, but you would either have to go delete it or delete it from here. So you might as well just do it the way I showed you. It's the easiest way to make sure that only the files that need to be over there are over there. The more weird stuff floating around in there, the more likely weird things are going to happen. So that is how you install MrTroodon's fences. If you want to copy and make a backup of your entire file set, which I highly recommend before adding any mods to it, you can just, let's see. All right, we're going to ignore that for a minute. You just copy that OVL data folder somewhere else. I keep it in my second hard drive right here. I can even show you. There it is right there. And I actually recently just wiped all my mods because I just had too much and I couldn't remember what was where and what I did and didn't have. So I was like, screw it, start from scratch. And I just plopped, I deleted this file from the other and I just carried that over. And there you go. And that's how it's done. So these two mods I actually need to install. But okay, so this is the mod. This is the computer. Now with this, as you can see, it's just these, I don't know that. No. I don't know if you heard that or not, but that was my Alexa chiming in because I said her trigger word, which is computer. No, she triggered again. Maybe she heard that. Anyways, so for this file, as you can see, there is no path. But with creatures, it's really easy. You just have to know which download or which DLC or whatever they came off of. Most of them came in the main game, and the main game is Content 0. So you would go Content 0, dinosaurs, and then you just find it. And it's in that Pseudoceratops, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, okay, this will be great because the Pseudoceratops isn't actually part of the main dinosaurs. In fact, I think I picked the best/worst one. I think it's so Pseudoceratops for whatever reason is the only one in Content 4. So you would go Content 4, dinosaurs. There's the folder. You don't really need to open it. You can if you want to, if you're one of those people who just wants to see it happening. But you just drag it into the folder, replace them. Yes. And there you go. So this one, the Paraceratherium. So this one's the Chimaerosaur, so that one should be normal. It's Content 0. Dinosaurs. Chimaerosaurs. Right there. So you just click, highlight, drag them over there. That's it. So that's how you install dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are the easiest ones because it's not a long path to find them. Some of the environmental mods, like the environmental retexture, it's got like all kinds of different folders in there. It's got different paths. Those can get a little more complicated because up there, content 0, environment, terrain, deciduous terrain. There you go. See, it's just longer files, but really that's all it is. It's just following the path, and you can just follow it step by step on each side. Mod computer, mod computer. I'm trying to think of one. There's one. Oh, I need to reinstall Redwood. Real Redwoods. Okay. And for some reason I installed this and it didn't take. And I think it's because I installed an environmental mod afterwards, which overrode it with the environmental mod. So if you're doing any big environmental mods, I highly recommend doing them first, and then like putting stuff like trees, fences, that kind of stuff over the top. I think it'll work out better that way, because like I use most of the time I use the environmental rework by who is it? Danny Bob, I think, and so that has its own redwood textures in it. But I really like these real redwoods because they're huge. So after installing the environmental mod, then I would come back, install the redwoods, and that way it copies over the file that was already installed by the environmental mod. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not super confusing anyone. But anyway, so I need to reinstall this, so this will be a good way to show you how to do another non-dinosaur. So this one does have a path. So it's DLC 6, because that's when the redwoods came out. So we want to go buildings, click on buildings, just click on scenery, and there's the folder, and I'm pretty sure that, yes, that's the end folder. So we will go to SCR Redwoods. SCR Redwood. Yes. Okay. So then we can click there. SCR Redwood. And there you go. That's all you had to do. And because there was no extra files or anything like that in there, you could very easily have just dragged the OVL data folder into the 164 folder. And that's all this really is. It's just a matter of copying over the files that are in there to the files that your modder has provided you with. And that's all there is to it. I know it seemed daunting to me at first, but once you've done it a couple times, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is the easiest thing in the world. Once you get familiar with it, it should be a breeze to keep doing it. You just gotta familiarize yourself with the process, and once you get that done, it should be easy. So that is it for my mod tutorial. I hope it was somewhat helpful. I'm kind of terrible at like just talking without a script and all that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, I don't ever use a script, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm not reading something, I just start babbling and stuff like that. So hopefully this was at least somewhat helpful. If you have questions, leave a comment and I will do my best to answer them. But like I said, I am not Frontier and I am not a modder. I just use mods. So whether or not I can be truly helpful is, to be determined. But if you have a question, I'm willing to try and answer it. So leave a comment if you'd like to. So yeah, from me and from Eivor, I hope that you're having a great start to your new year and that 2021 will be better for you and maybe even be filled with lots of mods. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this or found it helpful, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll be back with more modded Jurassic World Evolution and Assassin's Creed Valhalla real soon. Until next time, have a good one.